everyone, this week on ANN News Kids, we're going to be talking about the new Omicron variant, the Russia-Ukraine possible invasion, olms, and coronavirus statistics. The country of the week is Iran, and unfortunately nobody guessed it this week. The EFS is all about giraffes, and in the PRHO career segment, we are talking to Nicolas Zuel, who is the conservation manager of Ebony Forest, which is a huge forest in Mauritius. I really hope you enjoy, and please like, subscribe, and share because we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you. South Africa's new daily coronavirus cases have almost quadrupled since the Omicron variant was discovered. The Omicron variant is more transmittable, but the WHO said not to be afraid of it. Scientists have discovered that since the Omicron variant was discovered, many people have been getting COVID-19 reinfections, although there have not been many deaths reported from this new variant yet. There are fears that Ukraine will be invaded by Russia soon. Ukraine said that Russia has already placed 94,000 troops by the border. Joe Biden, the president of USA, has declared that he will make it very, very difficult for Russia to invade its neighbor, and that he has warned Russia. A video call between the Russian president and the American president is scheduled this week that will ease the tensions. In Slovenia, olms that are blind salamanders were found in a cave called Postojna Cave. These creatures are about 25 centimeters in length. They are a bit like baby dragons, and they can live up to 100 years. They can also survive 7 years without eating, and they eat worms. They live in the water and are quite friendly, and in Slovenia there's a lot of research on these fascinating creatures. Coronavirus cases around the world are still increasing. The total coronavirus cases are about 265.2 million. The total coronavirus deaths are about 5.2 million, although they are decreasing, and the total coronavirus recoveries are about 239 million. Hi everyone, this week for the 39th Appear Your Career segment, we are talking to Nicolas Zuel, who is the conservation manager at Ebony Forest in Mauritius. He has amazing advice and a great journey, and I really hope you enjoy. Thank you.
So I'm Dr. Nicolas Zuel, and I'm the conservation manager at Ebony Forest. So I've been working conservation since 2003. So I was always, since a kid, interested in conservation, and mainly based because my dad used to take us in the nature, and also I was allowed to run around in the sugarcane with my brothers. So we used to go to the sea, go fishing. So I always had a connection with nature. Mm-hmm. And when I went to study, I wanted to study something that was useful, that meant something to me. So I wanted to do conservation and save species. So first I was more interested into dog, cats, and everything. And the more I learned, and I saw that actually they don't need that much protection. And we have more native species like, pink pigeon, ecoparakis, and all these that need more work. So I wanted to go and study that. But at the time, I could not, you could not study that at the University of Mauritius. So I had to go to Réunion, where I did a master in gestion de l'environnement tropical. And when I came back, I worked for the Ocean Wildlife for 5 years, where I was based on Round Island, where we were doing species restoration, so replanting a forest and also doing surveys on seabirds and reptiles. When I got the opportunity to meet Professor Christine Muller, who offered me a PhD, so I went to do a PhD on food webs in Zurich. Then after 3.5 years, I came back to Mauritius and I rejoined the Mauritian Wildlife Foundation, where I was in charge of all the fauna projects. So I was a fauna manager, so restoring bird species, reptiles, seabirds. And in 2019, I moved to Ebony Forest, where I'm the conservation manager, and I'm looking after a series of different projects, always linked with fauna and flora restoration.
Oh, wow, that's very interesting.
Yeah, so can you tell us a little bit more about what you do in your day-to-day job in conservation?
So there's loads of things. Always people think conservation, you do just one thing, but we do all kind of different things. I have a long list, but at least what we do is the most thing we do, for example, at Ebony Forest, the main thing is like propagating plants. So we collect endemic plants, we propagate in a nursery, and then usually we'll go and replant it. So one of the main things we do at Ebony Forest is replanting, but we want to do ecosystem restoration, so rebringing everything so that the ecosystem is resilient and resistant. So we also work on fauna species like birds, invertebrates to bring back into the ecosystem. So it's mainly monitoring of fauna species and flora species. But like I said, linked to that, sometimes you are going to build up nest boxes, we're going to build up enclosures, we are going to go. So, it's lots of things. It's not just one specific thing. When you work in conservation, you need to touch a bit of everything.
Wow, that's very interesting. And can you tell us a bit more about Ebony Forest?
So Ebony Forest is an area in Chamarel. It's 50 hectares. So it belongs to Owen and Marianne Griffiths, and they started the forest restoration there since 2006. So little by little, what we do, we remove invasive exotic species and replant them with native plant species. So since 2006, we have restored 21 hectares and planted more than 148,000 endemic plants from 50 different species. So it was quite a feat. I can't take credit for that because that's what's been done, and I recently joined, but that's a group work that's been done since 2006.
Wow,
That's amazing.
Amazing.
And like I mentioned, we want to make the forest resilient. So for the forest, you need pollinators. So we're looking at protecting invertebrates, having geckos and all that to do pollination. And also we need seed disperser. That's why we brought back the pink pigeon and the eco parakeet together with the Mauritian Wildlife Foundation.
Wow, that's really cool. And what do you enjoy the most about your job other than loving nature?
So what I enjoy the most about my job is I love being close to nature and seeing all the fascinating plants and animals. And I'm lucky because my office is the forest. Furthermore, I love and I'm lucky to work with great individuals who share the same love and passion for conservation. So it's great when you come to work, you are with people who share your passion. And I think that's the part that I really love in my job.
Wow. And finally, what is your advice to kids?
Okay, if you allow me, I'll try to give some advice. So the first one would be dream big, that you can be and achieve anything you want as long as you set your mind to it. And I think nothing is possible. And also, I think you should follow your passion, not your pension. As too often we tell kids, you're forced to choose a career where you're going to be paid. But I like this saying, is that if you follow your passion, you will never work a day in your life, meaning that you're going to always like to go to work because you're doing your passion. So you're not going to be as a job, like we say. So I think that's the advice I would say. If you're passionate for something, go for it. And that's what you should do. The rest will come with it.
Wow.
Wow, thank you so much for everything. That's amazing.
Wow. Thank you so much for your time today. It was wonderful listening to you. We hope you have a very nice day ahead, and
thank you so much.
hopefully all the projects in Ebony Forest really go well.
Okay, thank you very much. And you're always welcome to come and visit whenever you want. So we'll show you around the work we do. So if you want, feel free to come, just get in touch with us and we'll be more than happy to show you what we're doing here.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's amazing. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you. Same
Bye.
to you.
L'Iran est un pays en Asie. Sa capitale est Téhéran et sa population est de 84 millions d'habitants. Les principaux explorateurs d'Iran sont les tapis et le pétrole. Près de la moitié du pays est couvert en désert. L'Iran a le troisième plus grand nombre de sites de l'UNESCO. Le polo originaire de l'Iran, le guépard asiatique est endangeré et c'est seulement en Iran. Le mont d'Amavon, le plus haut montagne d'Iran, est le plus haut volcan d'Asie. Il mesure 5609 mètres. Hi everybody, this week for the AFS we're going to be talking about giraffes. I hope you enjoy. Giraffes are the tallest mammals on earth. Their legs alone are taller than most humans, about 6 feet. Giraffes spend most of their lives standing up. They even give birth and eat standing up. They also sleep standing up. No two giraffes have the same spots. Giraffes only need 5 to 30 minutes of sleep per day. Sometimes they take a quick nap of 1 or 2 minutes during the day. Did you know that a giraffe's tongue is blue? Because they let their tongue out so often while eating, their tongue becomes sunburnt and turns blue. A giraffe's heart weighs 11 kilograms and they have the biggest heart of any land animal. It needs to be extra powerful to pump 60 liters of blood around the whole giraffe's body. Giraffe numbers have dropped by 30% in the last few years. The remaining herds are also facing terrible threats and they are endangered.